Hello and welcome back to my channel. Well, if you're a man from a Western country, I've compiled a list of things that you never want to do with Western women whom you don't know out in public places. Now, of course, there are exceptions. Also in this video, I'll talk about the advantages of dating Filipinas as opposed to Western women. And there are more advantages to dating Filipinas. If you're interested in dating a Filipino, check out a dating service called christianfilipina.com. I'll provide a link in the description below. I already have my own profile set up there. They have affordable rates, plus they have a screening process which increases your chances of finding the right Filipina for you. Christian Filipina has a zero-tolerance policy for those dating scammers, which is good news for everyone. So there's no reason to delay. Click or tap the link. Now, a little more about today's video. I'll be getting into some advantages to dating Philippine women instead of Western women. Plus, I'll be interjecting some humor along the way. And if you so much as break into a little chuckle, then you have to subscribe to my channel. It's all coming up next. So if you're an average man in a Western country today, you never want to do these things with Western women who you perceive to be out of your league. So let's go ahead and get right into the list. Number 1, never walk up to her and say hello. This is considered creepy to them. She can tell just by looking at you that you're a weirdo, and this gives her the right to blow you off by being rude. If you persist by trying to keep the conversation going, she might threaten to call the police. Number 2, don't make eye contact with her, and especially don't look at her below the neck or above the knees. It's best not to even notice her, or at least pretend like you don't notice her. Just use tunnel vision. Using tunnel vision becomes more difficult if the Western female is attractive. But stand your ground, not letting your eyes rove to the left or to the right, no matter how hot the woman is. Number 3, don't think for a second that you can strike up a conversation with her by complimenting her on her appearance. If you're not equally as good looking as she is, don't say things like, "You're beautiful," "I like your hair," or "I like your shoes." If you don't measure up to her standards, you don't have the right to speak your mind by saying these things. Number 4, don't approach her in a parking lot. This is actually one that I can see through the eyes of the Western female, because she doesn't know you. For her own safety, it would behoove her to not be approached in a parking lot. So in all seriousness, no joke, approaching in a parking lot is just something that you shouldn't do. Okay, back to one more stupid one on this list. Number 5, don't use any cheesy pickup lines like, "Come here often," or "What's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this?" What's my favorite pickup line? They should rearrange the alphabet because you and I should be together. So you shouldn't do any of these interactions with Western women if you're older. And even if you're her age, still don't do any of the things on this list if you're not good enough for her. If you don't believe me, take a look at this screenshot.
Should a guy earn for you to date him?
Over 500k, close to $1 million. If he doesn't, I'm not gonna say yes. Do you hear me? pay.
How much should the guy pay for the engagement ring?
He needs to pay again. 500. He gets paid every year.
So there you have it. Straight from the mouth of the Western female big enough to be a linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As long as you meet certain requirements, then you might be worthy of walking up to a Western woman and striking up a conversation with her. Okay, now I want to shift gears and talk about why it's actually better for Western men to date Filipinas. Filipinas have this amazing ability to appreciate the small stuff. You bring a Western woman a cup of coffee, she'll say, "Oh, did you put oat milk in it? Almond milk? Soy? Wait, I can't drink this, it's 112 calories." You bring a Filipina a cup of coffee, she's more likely to say, "Wow, coffee, you love me so much." Then she proceeds to cook you a 5-course dinner out of gratitude, which leads me into some culinary differences. Western women, God bless them, are more into DoorDash than dashboard cooking. They know how to navigate through the Uber Eats app, but ask them to cook rice without burning it? That's an episode of Survivor. Filipinas, on the other hand, can cook anything. I've seen a Filipina take 5 ingredients, none of which I can identify, and suddenly, bam, adobo, or pancit, or just about anything else that's easy on the taste buds. A Western guy in the Philippines never starves. Worst case scenario, she cooks with Spam, rice, and soy sauce, and somehow it tastes like Gordon Ramsay had a hand in it. Now here's a big one. In the West, if you ask a woman about her family, she might say, "Well, I talk to my mom at Christmas if she's not busy." In the Philippines, you marry a Filipina, you're not just marrying her, you're marrying her entire barangay. Aunties, uncles, cousins you didn't even know existed. And yeah, it can feel overwhelming. Like, wait, why are there 47 people at my wedding proposal? But here's the thing, it also means you'll never feel alone. There will always be someone to talk to, someone to help out, someone to hand you another plate of lumpia when you're already stuffed. In the West, it feels like men are constantly walking on eggshells. Can I open the door for her? Or is that offensive now? Can I tell my female coworker she looks nice? Does that mean that she's going to file an HR complaint tomorrow? With Filipinas, being a gentleman isn't offensive. It's appreciated. Open the door, pull out the chair, pay for dinner. She doesn't scream toxic masculinity. She smiles and says, "Salamat." That's a lot nicer than getting side-eyed because you committed the crime of saying, "You look great today." Dating in the West can feel like applying for a small business loan. Dinner, drinks, Uber rides, concerts, weekend trips. You're looking at $300 just to get a first kiss. Dating a Filipina, take her to Jollibee's. Order 2 Chicken Joy meals with gravy, total cost $5. Her reaction, "Wow, you spoil me too much." That same budget in the US wouldn't even cover parking at the restaurant. Filipinas laugh at everything, and I mean everything. Even your corniest dad jokes get a giggle. Western women, you crack a joke and get a response like, "That's problematic, you know." And let's face it, Filipinas are gorgeous. They don't need 37 Instagram filters to look good. Western women post a photo, and by the time they're done editing it, they look like a Marvel superhero. Filipinas, wake up, no makeup, and boom, she looks like she walked out of a shampoo commercial. And bonus, she doesn't mind if you have a dad bod. She'll just pat your belly and say, "More for me to love." Now, I'm not saying that Filipinas don't have drama. Every relationship has its share, but generally speaking, they're loyal to the core. Once they choose you, they're all in. Western dating can sometimes feel like job interviews mixed with the auditions for The Bachelor. With Filipinas, if you're good to her, she'll be good to you. It's simple as that. If you marry a Filipina, you instantly level up your party life. Family gatherings, karaoke machine. Birthdays, karaoke machine. Tuesday nights, karaoke machine. Western women might put on Spotify. Filipinas, they are Spotify. And when she sings Whitney Houston better than Whitney Houston, you realize you've been dating in hard mode your whole life. Let's be real. A lot of Western men feel like they're always under attack back home. Either they don't make enough money or they're part of the problem. Filipinas, they see you as a partner. Sure, they appreciate if you can provide, but they also value kindness, humor, and character. You're not automatically the enemy. You're someone they chose, and that feels refreshing. So there you have it. Some valid reasons why Filipinas make better partners than their Western counterparts. Of course, not every Filipina is perfect, and not every Western woman is difficult. But if you've spent time in both worlds, you know there's a big difference in culture, values, and expectations. At the end of the day, it's not about East versus West. It's about finding a woman who respects you, loves you, and makes your life better. And for a lot of guys, that woman just happens to be a Filipina. So what do you think? Do Filipinas make better partners, or is that just hype? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and ring that bell notification so that you don't miss the next video. This is Mike signing off and reminding you that life is always better when there's rice on the table.